You saying it? You saying it, bro? Give some criticism, you fucking idiot. What do you mean you're saying it? They leaving, bro. These dirty, man. Dirty MSAs, man. It tells myself to practice saying the control of good default responses. I don't need it. Already said that. Sorry, what do I say? Feeling committed. So it's all there is making more. I say,
just treat introverts and just I'm starting to notice something very interesting about people just treat introverts and just act towards them, right? But something I really want to talk about is these labels that get put on introverts, right? And oftentimes these labels are something that really just brings comfort to the person giving the labels. It's never really the honest truth about who that introvert actually is and what's really going on, right? You usually see that these people usually give the intro that get put on introverts, right? And oftentimes these labels are something that really just brings comfort to the person giving the labels. It's never really the honest truth about who that.
it's never. Okay, so first red flag. Let's continue. First red flag.
Introvert actually is and what's really going on, right? You usually see that these people usually give the introvert like a label of being shy or quiet or stuck up, which is completely far from the truth. It just goes to show you how these people never really got close enough to an introvert to really understand what is actually going on there. What's really going on,
It's a
introvert like
definition, bro.
a
What do
label
you mean?
of being shy or quiet or
Incomfortable in non-familiar situations. That is a definition, bro.
which is completely far from the truth. And it just goes to show you how these people never really got close enough to an introvert to really understand what is actually going on there. What's really going on is introverts don't spend their energy where it isn't worth it. They don't spend their time in places.
What do you mean it isn't worth it? I mean that whether it's worth it or not, that's not objective. I mean it depends on your goals, whether something is an action is worth it, whether something is worth it.
Where their time is not being valued or where their time is not being worth it being placed there. So this is why it's so difficult for people to really just understand this and be honest that that's what an introvert truly is, because it forces them to turn the mirror around to themselves and really look in that mirror and ask themselves, why doesn't this person want to talk to me? Why doesn't this person want to give their time and energy to me, right? A lot of people cannot sit there and accept that fact, and they can't go ahead and just do that reflection and look at that and really understand what's really going on here. A lot of people don't have the ability to do that. So they understand it, but they rather just put that quiet or shy label on you because that makes them feel more comfortable. But
I mean, there are people who aren't talking to others, who aren't socializing because but not everyone is the same. So
reflection and look at that and really understand what's right. A lot of people cannot sit there and accept that fact, and they can't go ahead and just do that reflection and look at that and really understand what's really going on here. A lot of people don't have the ability to do that. So they understand it, but they rather just put that quiet or shy label on you because that makes them feel more comfortable. But you guys ever notice how the introvert gets around the right people and all of a sudden they can't stop talking? It's like you be around them and they quiet around you, and then
yeah, because yeah, it's the same case with me. But I can talk with everybody. But it's more about the danger for me when you don't know someone. A good example, right? So my mind, well, I would talk about myself. When I don't know someone, my mind doesn't know what to expect. So it's modeling a lot of possibilities. This could happen. This could happen, which leaves me without acting. So this is about me. I don't know about you, but this is about me. It's not about the person, bro. Like it's more about the danger. Like you don't know what to expect from garbage. That's why you don't do anything. You don't initiate. You don't talk. It has nothing to do with shyness or none of that bullshit with me. Around the right person, yeah, I agree. You tend to thrive because there is maybe a bit of compatibility, right? But with me, I don't see no compatibility with nobody. There is zero compatibility. No, there is at least a 0.001 like compatibility with certain people, but with most people it's a flat zero. Everybody's an idiot. You can match a god, right? You can match a god, idiots. Garbage cannot match a god, dog.
they get around these other people and this is a whole different human being. You be like, what the hell is going on? Like people start to feel some type of way
Yeah,
about it,
this is
right?
true. Yeah,
And this is exactly how
it
the
happens
shy
sometimes,
theory
man.
is disproven. Because them and they quiet around you and then they get around these other people and this is a whole different human being. You be like, what the hell is going on? Like people start to feel some type of way about it, right? And this is exactly how the shy theory is disproven.
No, it doesn't. It's not disproven. It's not disproven because being shy is not only about being shy with familiar people. It's also being shy with unfamiliar people. You get it? It's not only with familiar people. I mean, that's even worse. But it's also with unfamiliar people. So if you are shy, next to unfamiliar people, I'm not talking about labeling. We're not talking about high inhibition. I'm not talking about predicting consequences, being highly alert, amygdala overworking, not shutting down, modeling threats, coming from detecting patterns, for example, facial expressions, observable facial expressions, observable behavior, predicting the danger of the interaction, leading to avoiding it. I'm not talking about avoiding the interaction based on context, because you're busy, because you're this and that. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about avoiding the interaction because you cannot interact. So the question you gotta ask yourself is, if I want to interact in ideal conditions, if you want to interact, can I interact with these unfamiliar people? If the question is yes, then you aren't shy. If no, then you might be shy. So, could be shy, rather.
Because somebody who's shy, they have trouble talking to anybody, right? They want to
Shy depending on, there are some people who are only shy with unfamiliar people, so you cannot generalize that way.
but they just
You
can't
cannot generalize that way, dawg. What I tell you.
for some reason. An introvert it's not somebody who just can't talk or just, they want to talk, but they just don't. They choose who they talk to, right? They choose who they give their energy to. They're very selective with who they talk to. That's
Yeah,
why,
yes, people like who are energetic, bro. It's not about introvert, what can I say? Introversion is like, it's about selectivity. It's not about introversion more than selectivity. Introverted people, there are introverted people who don't talk to much people. Yeah, there are introverted people as well, who are only like who only find familiar people to be safe to talk around with, right? Or not safe, no, this is not the right term, but are comfortable talking around, like only familiar people. Familiar people, yes, so there are different types, but there is also selectivity. Because one could be an extrovert but refuse to talk to unfamiliar people because of other reasons. Either they don't want to talk to them, you know what I'm saying? They don't like them, they don't see themselves compatible with most. Or because of threats, they could be extroverts, high inhibition people.
They get around the right people, they come to life. When they get around you, they don't talk to you, right? This is exactly why. But, you know, people are going to always keep putting the shy label on them and keep moving on because, again, that's what's comfortable to them. That's not the truth. People oftentimes lose their minds because some of the introverts that they talk to don't answer their call every day and they don't respond to text within 5 minutes like people like to, right? So what happens is they write a story talking about, oh, they switched up on me, or they just fake, like they just stuck up and bougie, when that's never really the case. What happens is you aren't on
Well,
that.
why you keep using never, bro?
So what happens is they write a story talking about, oh, they switched up on me, or oh, they just fake, like they just stuck up and bougie. They talk to
You
don't
gotta
answer
pay
their call
attention to
every
some
day.
precision, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't pay attention to precision, then you might fall in terms of precision, at least in one dimension. I know you label yourself as someone different, but if you really want to stand out, then you gotta pay attention to precision because, I mean, imprecision is very common online. So you gotta make yourself stand out. That's what I gotta say, though. You gotta pay attention to some precision. I mean, everyone gives a day advice nowadays online, so you gotta distinguish yourself, though.
And they don't respond to text within 5 minutes like you like to, right? So what happens is they write a story talking about, oh, they switched up on me, or oh, they just fake, like they just stuck up and bougie, when that's never really the case. What happens is you aren't on that short list of people that gets access to them every day, right? You aren't somebody that they allow in their personal space and giving their time to every day. So because you know that deep down, but you don't want to really accept that, it leads people to really losing their minds and painting this narrative about the person that it's really not. When the whole time, guys, sometimes introverts just really need time to recharge, and sometimes they just want to be left alone. Like sometimes they just don't want to deal with you because you have energy that they're just not really comfortable with, and they don't want to deal with that every day. Or sometimes introverts just need like a lot of time to recharge. Their social battery runs out very quickly, so it tends to kind of make people
Yeah, there is
mad
truth to
when they
this.
need to kind of disattach from them. When the whole time
There
they're
is
doing
truth
it to
to this.
protect
There is
themselves.
truth to this. There is truth to this. Let's get it. Continue. Tell me what you gotta say. I wanna hear what you wanna say,
They're
though.
doing it to recharge so they can come back and be a better version of themselves. So don't take it personal, okay? Give them time to really do what they got to do. It's not disrespect. Sometimes it's just you're not the person that's going to get access to them every day. That's just how it is. A lot of people oftentimes are very uncomfortable around introverts too because introverts have the ability to read who is performing in the room, right? And a lot of people.
It's not about introverts. It's more about analytical people. It's more about people who think deeply, who process deeply, who notice. More about. I don't know if we can use this term neurodivergent, but this is more about people who analyze, who notice subtle patterns that others miss, and they tend to analyze deeply. It's not about being introvert or not being introvert, more than it is about this specifically.
People don't like that. A lot of people like to perform with that mask on and like to be unseen, right? A lot of people like to get away with the
All
shit.
right, bro. I'm done with Chowda. We're gonna continue the video maybe later on, bro. I ain't got time for this. Yeah. Yeah, bro. We gotta continue the video or something. I don't need it. To advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now. Make it by the grain now. Making moves, so I got nothing to prove. Stay motivated, teaching others what to do. Stay focused, always open. Where is my paper?